Well, I messed that up. Probably missed a couple of days. Anyway, we're back. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Colombia. We'll get started. In a special project, hopefully, maybe? No, we don't have enough air breakthroughs. Not for what we want. Stealth experimentation would be really handy for us. So we'll just sit that one out. Let that ride. Money's positive. If I remember right, last episode we did capitulate Peru. So Peru going forward will be integrated into the Colombian Empire. Oh, sorry, we're not there yet. Into Colombia. The great state of Colombia. State as in nation, not any other meaning. Yeah, we'll go ahead and give this guy offensive breakthrough. Benefits with no demerits are not a problem. That's not doing anything for us. And we have unassigned divisions. Let's get our troop count correct. I guess I did make all of our motorized units antiquated, didn't I? Go ahead and swap that over. A regular foot soldier. I think I need to do the same with a couple other divisions. Division attack, division recovery are really nice. This is going to be painful. Let's get rid of all these old mechanized divisions for regular foot infantry. Look at our manpower problem. And that is a problem. That's no bueno. No good. We got an agent captured. Like it was down here. We have two of these guys? Well, that's not cool. We're going in for the rescue mission. We're gonna send in this lady. Go ahead and go for the rescue. Forces, land forces. How many divisions do we have? Quite a few. Still not enough though to cover everything. We need another set of infantry units. I don't have actual manpower. That's crazy. I gotta think about this. If I raise military spending, when I lower voluntary to voluntary service, this is not gonna get better. I'm gonna switch this to mixed from consumption. Yep. There, that should change a few things. It's gonna make our troop shortage even worse. Alright, let's check trade. We're pretty close on light metals. And we'll have to get Peru integrated. Yeah, what are we looking at? It's a renewable energy. It's pointless. Oh. Oh, okay. pause. Production efficiency grows, so that slows how fast that grows. But we get more recruits, which is huge. Division attack. We get a base attack bonus for our divisions. And this gives you a bunch of different modifiers. We're going to go interventionism. We're going to go crazy with the weird choices. I think I have enough building that will actually be able to supersede them if they go for the autonomy saves. This is what we have, what? 3, another 5 here. So 8, a 9th stack. Man, they're going to put up a good fight, though. They have 11 factories going. But, yeah. The Colombia playthrough is taking off. I need to see what we're kind of getting for intelligence, though. We'll start with Mexico. Stockpiles. Looks like we would be fighting a fairly modern force. Looks like their gear is at least 2005. They've got 3rd gen IPCs. Or IFVs. Sorry. APCs. Whoa. They can field more airplanes than that. Honestly, Mexico is totally... We're definitely going to war with Mexico. That's going to be our target. Delta wing form. We'll have to see if we can hold... wrong button. Yeah, so fighting them down to autonomous region. We'll get that knocked down. Let's see. Forts. We're going to want to build all sorts of forts here for this front line. As many forts as we can get of different types. Railway lines need to be fully supplied. I'd like a size 6 from our capital all the way up there. Red line. Nah, we're not going to be able to sanction anyone. Sorry. Just not going to happen. How's Bolivia looking? Yeah. You can see the Brazilian influence here. Go ahead and open their playbook or panel. Yeah, so Guyana's guaranteed. That's pretty wild in and of itself. Training. Looks like it's working. They are fighting back though. So once this finishes, we'll go ahead and jump in there with what you call it? Suppress subjects. There we go. Okay. We have 600 billion in debt again. So we're definitely falling behind a little bit there. Trying to think. May try and get either self-propelled artillery or some other vehicles that add some hardness and armor value to our ground forces. I also want to remove transport helis from their equipment set. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to swap this for combat service support. I'm going to go ahead and save that change. Yeah, so that'll fix a lot of our supply concerns. We just will not be able to put transport helis on as many divisions of infantry as we're going to be fielding. It's just going to be impossible. Oh, my game might crash from this. Russia capitulated? Oh, look at that. We've got Russia finally lost the war with NATO, looks like. You've got Armenia fighting America. Iran, Yemen war still going on. That's pretty crazy. All right, we'll keep doing black operations there. Egypt and Ethiopia. 2 done. So there should be a war. Yeah, so look at Ethiopia here getting taken over by Sudan. Or Sudan. Pretty wild events over there. All right. War with Mexico. Would be in a year. I don't trust that I can get everything I need in a year. We are a regional power now, though. I can start actually doing influence moves probably on El Salvador and Belize. If I ever got our income back up. I don't remember what I was trying to research with this. It's likely, though, that I should put in an aircraft. Artillery. No, definitely vehicles. I'm gonna need vehicle research. Very badly. All around AFV manufacturer. This is like a duplicate of the same thing. Except one can't make tanks and one can. And this is just infantry fighting vehicles and APCs. Okay. This is everything else. Wild choices. Alright, so we got 3. We want stealth. We want late super carriers. Definitely want exoskeletons. If we can, we'll take space-based weapons too, I guess. We got 3D nanofibers done. Get construction up. Quantum computing already finished 9 years ahead of time, so that's pretty good. It's a huge research speed bonus for us. Space technology, let's go ahead and work on the spy sats. And then I do need to watch our doctrine options. I actually only have like one choice here. All right, so we got interventionalism. That's already done. So let's get suppressed subjects. Or not. That's annoying. All right, we get suppressed subjects going. Should mitigate this value that they're trying to pull up for Peru. Yep. Yeah, we'll have some huge gains that we can make. I'll have to get our build queue actually flushed out into something useful. Let's check our recruits, because I think we're just going to have huge manpower or shortages, because, okay, each of those divisions are 5,000 manpower required. So that is a huge manpower requirement for not a very wide division and not a lot of divisions. Yeah, that would be early research still. Defense bonuses the whole way. This is also scouting that we need. A lot of things we need to research. Get these airfields done for a future war with Peru. Go ahead and check production on aircraft. See if okay, I do have the air-to-air hard points now. We do only have the 20 mil cannon, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and upgrade everything we can. I'm not gonna have diamond yet. So let's see, 1 second. I want, if it does provide an air defense bonus, that's fine. I don't see anything with air combat. So Delta is going to be our best. No, it's not very good. Not doing range extending yet. Reliability, but we get 10% air defense bonus. Go ahead and add that. More than 2 air-to-air hard points. Really? Alright, well, 2021 Colombian. Air superiority, or no, I guess it's a multi-roll. Multi-roll 1. we do have a lot of reliability, so let's go ahead and pump radar. Engine. All right, so we'll keep this as our first plane. We'll call this the because it's our first plane, we'll call it the Pagoda. I can't use the fancy A. I don't know the shorthand. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get that started. We'll just start manufacturing those. Probably ahead of all that. Like, if I reduce our factories, what do we have? Oh, I can put 5. Let's go ahead and use 5. I'm just gonna be short light metals. Let it ride. Okay. And we're gonna get Peru nearly integrated. How much is it a tick? Looks like it's almost 20 a tick. So that's going very fast. We're gonna spread our control. One year. I'm gonna go ahead and start the justification for the war against Mexico. Do I think we could win a war against Mexico? Not really. But am I willing to try? Yes. All right. We're going to move our primary force up here. I'll just have one army group manage this, and we'll see what they do. What the Mexicans end up doing as far as moving units. Like Peru is producing troops as well. Yep. We don't have a direct line. Yeah, so we'll have a ton of soft units up here. We're not going to have any armored. So we don't have to attack. That's the key thing. We can. We don't have to, though. Oh, yeah, and we have supply issues, too. That's good to know. Crazy. Alright, where's a supply hub? We'll go ahead and get those set where we're going to need them. Then actual rail lines. Got none of them coming out of Caracas. Or Baro. No, that's Bogota. Caracas is Venezuela, isn't it? Let me bump some of these rail lines. What would this be? Bogota to Cundinamarca would be fine. Preferable would be Bogota to Santander. I don't see any Bogota. There we go. That's the one I need. We'll just let those build. Yep. I just want to make sure we keep everything on. Oh wow, we're running out of stuff to make. Let's see. Because I can make forts, that's plenty, but I'd rather make stuff that's actually going to be used. Network infrastructure, nuclear reactors, they're not going to be able to build those, so we could put renewable. Just use that as a temporary option. And I'll just bump those up. And we'll bump the Honduran Caribbean stuff to the bottom. And let me move those main rail lines for Bogota. Oh, it might be fine. It's probably fine. All right, let it ride. Yep. So the new Colombia. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and have these train. Don't think there's any that need promotions. Got a bunch of new units though that definitely need to be trained. So we'll be getting a lot more military army EXP to work with. Officer Corps we can upgrade because we got plenty of experience now. Let's go ahead and slow this down. Hop in here. Kyrgyzstan is actually declaring war. That's crazy. Template cost reductions. I'd rather have actual bonuses. Planning speed would be a good. Entrenchment bonuses are extra nice. We'll get entrenchment because we have so many infantry. This is huge. Division speed and ore loss when moving. That's only if you have a specific tactic. 10% health could be really nice, but org loss is going to be bigger for us. Makes it harder for us to lose ground if we get attacked. Yeah. Air mission efficiency drops is not something I want. Ground support is needed. Air accidents chance going up is not great. I don't like any of those guys and the bonuses they provide. Naval air bonuses. Yeah, I'd rather have that. Gives us carrier bonuses. Uh, Gives us better bonuses with our aces. Fighter detection, that is really nice. Let's go with fighter detection and air superiority bonuses. That's research bonuses everywhere, and that's what I'm seeing. Design cost reductions. Air accident chance reduction is very nice. I'm going to say that's what we're going to go with. That applies after our research is done. Fighter detection and air mission efficiency would be... Ooh, raw air superiority. We have to get air dominance, so that's what we're going to go with. And I'm not going to worry about the Navy right now. All right, let's pick the speed up. We are missing out on fuel. That can be addressed through research. And we had an agent captured where? Probably in Mexico or Mexico. He's already on the field. Let's put this guy on the mission. Go ahead and use the woman again for the rescue. And we'll put this guy over here as well. All right, so we've got mastery bonuses. We're about to get to the point where we can get an annexation done, so that's pretty cool. Oh, he got killed? Where did he get killed? In Mexico. They murked him. Straight up. That's insane. I mean, well, it's not not. Not that insane, but... Alright, let's just go ahead and integrate those territories. I'll go ahead and cancel these solar projects. Renewable energy projects. I'm gonna go ahead and let all this stuff build. Need all that. Go ahead and bump some of this up. There we go. Yep. And we're gonna work on the infrastructure in the region first. Go ahead and get these rail lines done. And then we'll let all that other stuff come into play later. Unassigned military divisions. Gonna throw them into... Yeah, we'll stop the collapse there. Make sure all these are foot infantry. Not special units with other crazy aspects to them. Alright. We're losing fuel pretty rapidly too. Do need to watch out for that. And we did get our pop to 172 million. Manpower is going to be all over the place till we get our divisions made. Got... Oh, I've got some weird stuff going on here. Alright. Let's go ahead and stop those. We have 2 divisions. Let me get those made. We'll just push these units up to their own army. And move them to the south here. New replacement operative. Same guy, it's the same one, I swear. Alright, I'm gonna throw this army here. And let's go ahead and have them be training down in this southern section. I think most everyone's trained. And you get to those other divisions, and those newer divisions are not. They are definitely struggling. Okay. Oh, I'm out of time too, so let's go ahead and check where we sit. GDP wise, find Germany, 13 trillion. Gross domestic product. Territory wise, just kind of ahead of France. Civilian industry, we're at 219 factories now. We're catching up to India. And then logistics, we are kind of doing all right, one could say. I think more of our captured equipment is doing wonders for us here. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch everyone on the next episode of the Colombia playthrough. As we work on getting our setup done for our war with Mexico here. Anyway, thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one.